Hello everyone, I'm Nikita. In today's video, I'll be taking you through one of the most critical aspects of securing your cloud infrastructure, that is AWS Multi-Factor Authentication or MFA. As we know, security is a primary concern for anyone using cloud services, and AWS provides a suite of tools to enhance that. MFA adds an extra layer of security to your AWS account by requiring not just a password but an additional verification step during the login process. So, even if your password is compromised, an unauthorized user won't be able to access your account without the second factor. Think of MFA as locking the door to your AWS account with two keys rather than just one. Throughout this video, we will dive into the types of MFA, how they work, and why they are crucial in today's cybersecurity landscape. Now, let's look at the different types of MFA methods that AWS offers. These methods give you flexibility in choosing the right type of security for your organization. Firstly, a virtual MFA device. These are software based applications that generate time based one time passwords. Apps like Google Authenticator and Microsoft Authenticator fall into this category. Each time you log in, a new digit code is generated by the app and is only valid for a short period. Secondly, U2F security keys. These are hardware devices small enough to fit on a keychain that you physically plug into your device's USB port or use via NFC. They add robust security because the key needs to be physically present to log in. Well-known options include like YubiKey and Google's Titan security key. Thirdly, SMS text messages. This is a more familiar approach to MFA for many users. AWS sends a one time password to your mobile phone via SMS, which you enter to complete the login process. While this is easy to set up, it is considered the least secure MFA method because phone numbers, mobile numbers can be hijacked through methods like SIM swapping. Each of these methods has its advantages depending on the level of security you need and the convenience you're looking for. Let's delve deeper into virtual MFA devices. These are software applications that can be installed on smartphones or tablets. One common example is Google Authenticator, which is widely used for its simplicity and ease of access. Once set up, the app continuously generates six digit time based passwords which must be entered during login. These codes are valid for only a short duration, usually 30 seconds, making it difficult for an attacker to use a code if they somehow gain access to it. Similarly, Microsoft Authenticator works in a much the same way. Both apps are widely supported, easy to set up, and do not require any physical device other than a smartphone. For businesses that need to deploy MFA across a large number of employees, virtual MFA apps offer a balance of security and convenience as they eliminate the need for distributing physical devices like security keys. Next, we have U2F security keys, which provide even stronger security. These are physical devices such as YubiKey or Titan Security Key by Google. You plug them into your computer's USB port or use NFC technology to tap them on a mobile device. What makes U2F keys incredibly secure is that they require physical possession of the key, making it virtually impossible for a hacker to gain access without stealing the device. Because of the U2F protocol that these keys use, there is an added benefit. They can thwart phishing attacks. Even if a hacker tricks you into entering your password on a fake website without your physical U2F key, they cannot complete the login process. It's also worth noting that U2F keys work without the need for a battery or software installation, making them very reliable and user friendly. While U2F keys provide unparalleled security, they may be seen as less convenient than virtual MFA because users need to have their keys on them. However, in high security key environments such as in banking, healthcare, or government, this method is strongly recommended. Finally, there is the SMS based MFA option. With this method, AWS sends a one time password to your registered mobile phone whenever you attempt to log in. And while this approach is quite convenient, especially for the users who may not be comfortable with apps or physical devices, well, it does comes with some drawbacks. SMS MFA is vulnerable to certain types of attacks, particularly SIM swapping. This is when an attacker transfers control of your phone number to their device, potentially intercepting the one time password sent to you. However, for many users, SMS MFA is still a useful step up from having no MFA at all. It can be a good interim solution, especially for users who want a quick setup without any extra apps or devices. And organizations should be aware of these risks and may consider migrating to more secure methods such as virtual MFA or U2F keys over time. Let's now discuss how to set up AWS MFA. The setup process is fairly straightforward and can be done in a few simple steps. First step is choose your MFA method. It is selecting your preferred MFA method, virtual MFA device, or U2F security key or SMS. Second is to generate credentials. For virtual MFA devices, you will be given a QR code that you can scan using smartphone's MFA app. For U2F keys, you will typically register the key with your AWS account. Third step is activate MFA. Once the credentials are generated, you activate MFA by linking the virtual MFA device or U2F key with your account. This step may involve scanning the QR code or inserting the U2F key into your device. Lastly, verify MFA. Finally, you need to verify the setup by entering the OTP generated by your virtual MFA app or using the U2F key to log in for the first time. Once verified, MFA will be active on your account and you will be required to use it for every subsequent login. Setting up MFA is a quick but powerful way to add a significant layer of your protection to the AWS environment. It's considered the best practice to enable MFA on your root account, especially as well as your IAM users. So let's go back to the console and see how this works in AWS. So now I'm logged in here as Nikita. What you want to do is come into security credentials. Since I don't have MFA enabled yet for this particular account, I could do that right here. Uh, mm, Now, if you just scroll down, you can see here there is an option for assign MFA. I'll just click on that. Now we have to give the device name. So I'll name it as Nikita, and I'll choose the second one, which is the Authenticator app. Just as we talked about these types in the slides, and I'll say next. So, step number one, installed that app. I have already got that one on my phone. And step number two is to scan the QR code. So I'll just show the QR code here on my phone. I'm going to hit the plus sign and then scan a QR code. Due to the security policies on my phone, I actually can't show you what I'm seeing here. But I just held my phone up to the screen. We captured that QR code, and now there is a code showing for me on the phone. I'll enter that here and then I'll wait to get a second code. Let's just wait for a few more minutes for the second code. Okay, I got my second code. Now I'll say add MFA. So you can see here, MFA has been successfully assigned to my account. Now, when I go to sign into this account in the future, I'll be prompted for that MFA code. So you do actually have to log out to see this working. So I'll just go to my account and say sign out. Then again sign in. Let me choose user, root user. I'll enter my email, then next, then password, sign in. Now here you can see that it is asking for the MFA code. I'll say submit. So yes, I'm in my account now through the MFA code. All right. So if you for some reason decide that you don't want MFA enabled, just come back to the security group. I mean, security credentials. Then scroll down and click on this virtual option and then say remove. You can see that it has been removed now. I don't have any MFA assigned to this particular account. Uh, so yes, now MFA is no longer enabled. That's it. Actually, it's pretty easy to set up MFA with this AWS. Now let's talk about why MFA is so critical, particularly in the context of cloud security. Firstly, enhanced security. As mentioned earlier, MFA provides an additional layer of security in the event your password is compromised, whether through phishing, a data breach, or other method, the attacker still cannot access your account without the second factor. Second is compliance. Many industries, particularly those handling sensitive data like healthcare and finance, require MFA to comply with regulatory standards such as uh, GDPR, HIPAA. Enabling MFA helps organization meet these regulations and ensures that their data security protocols are up to par. Third is account protection. Implementing MFA drastically reduces the risk of the account takeovers. Even if an attacker gains access to a user's credentials, MFA ensures they cannot complete the login process without the second factor, whether it be a one time password, U2F key, or SMS UTP. This is how account protection will be done. Increased trust. Not only does MFA improve security, but it also builds trust. Whether it's your customers, partners, or internal teams, people want to know that their data is safe. By implementing MFA, you are reinforcing the message that security is a priority and you can take it seriously. Now, let's summarize all of the things we have learned in this video. Adding multi-factor authentication to your AWS accounts is an easy and highly effective way to boost your cloud security. And by requiring a second factor in addition to your password, MFA makes it significantly harder for unauthorized individuals to access your AWS environment, and this is essential for protecting your critical data, ensuring compliance, and building trust. As we have seen, AWS offers several different MFA methods, each suited to different security needs and use cases. Whether you opt for virtual MFA apps, physical U2F keys, or SMS based authentication, implementing MFA is a vital step towards securing your cloud resources. So that's it. Thank you for watching.